Good morning everyone, and welcome back to the third video covering silly, goofy ban reasons on Hypixel. But before we get into them, I need to first explain something. Hypixel bans around 25,000 people every week. Around half of those are usually watchdog bans, which is Hypixel's automatic anti-cheat. Now, I think we all know that watchdog isn't perfect, and that staff are still human beings, which means they aren't immune to making mistakes. So, if we say out of the 25,000 people that get banned every week, only 0.1% of them are false bans, that's around 25 false bans a week, and those numbers rack up over time. And today, we will be covering a bunch of false bans that happened for very random reasons, and some of the bans were actually merited because they were just doing dumb stuff. Oh hey, also, please subscribe. We're really close to 250,000 subscribers.
So guys, we did it. We reached 250,000.
And use code HellCastle in the Hypixel store. I kept my promise and bought Blahaj plushies, but I need more. So support my crippling addiction to IKEA plushies by using code HellCastle in the Fortnite Hypixel item store at the checkout. Thank you. The first funny ban reason for today is a guy that traded farming tools, specifically a Minecraft hoe. Ghostly, which is a well-known animator in my Discord server that made some really cool animations and art, received a message from his friend asking if he's able to borrow a farming hoe from him so he can get some XP and coins from farming. Ghostly, being a kind friend, simply logged onto Hypixel Skyblock, invited his friend to his island, and traded him the hoe. And 5 minutes later, he was banned for 90 days and his entire profile was completely wiped. Now, you may think this situation is a bit similar to the dammit potato ban, but sadly it isn't, because when he tried to appeal it, it got quickly denied. And the funniest part is that the reason for it was boosting. Even though he never even goes to his other profiles, they're pretty much dead. And boosting means transferring items from one profile to another like minion loot. And it couldn't have been caused by the guy he traded the hoe to, because that guy didn't get banned nor wiped. The weirdest part about this wipe is that it could have been from something completely different. But me and him went through a month worth of logs and brainstormed possible things he could have done in the last month to get wiped. And we found no reason that comes even close to getting him wiped and banned. We had another theory though. He farmed Netherwart 30 minutes prior to his ban, and he did it during Derpy, which is when so many cheaters start macroing because of the increased skill XP, and he maybe got caught in a crossfire of a macroer ban wave. We also checked his auction house purchase and sold history, and checked the people he sold and bought from, and all of them were legit. I mean, the last time he even used the auction house was a month ago, which definitely couldn't be it. And all of that work would have not been necessary if Hypixel just simply told him what exactly got him banned instead of telling him he boosted. Like, boosted what? Ghostly had a net worth of around 5 billion coins and over 1,000 hours. And welp, I guess all of that is now gone because of a hoe, either because he farmed with it or traded it, which goes to show that none of these hoes are worth a dime. I'm sorry, I had to put in lyrics from a Filthy Frank song in here somehow. For our next silly ban reason, we will be briefly revisiting someone we've talked about in the last video, which is Jon Arbuckle. The other day, he woke up to a ban message on his alt for building something inappropriate on the server. He didn't quite remember what caused it because he didn't build anything bad, but it could have been for ban evading. Maybe. I mean, I swear you can never know for sure. His other ban was on the forums because he said something very, very criminal. He respectfully greeted people on the forums by saying, "Hey guys." I'm not even kidding, that's the actual forums ban reason. Well, kinda. The reason that happened is because he commented "Hey guys" on a bunch of old closed forum posts, reopening them in the process, which is against the forum's rules and, in my opinion, is completely fair. I just thought that this screenshot of his ban reason being "Hey guys" was funny, and that I should update you guys on what Jon Arbuckle has been doing. Now for the next ban reason, we have multiple people like rm_fm_/ BoofyOof, and more people which are on this list. And what those people did is that they bingo duped. Bingo is a newly introduced game mode to Skyblock where players make a new bingo profile and complete a series of challenges to earn points which they can spend on valuable rewards. And when you create your bingo profile, you start with 5 points. But those 5 points were not bound to your profile, but to your entire account. Bingo duping was an insanely simple exploit anyone could do very easily when the bingo update came out. All you had to do was create a bingo profile and claim the 5 bingo points, switch to another profile, delete the bingo profile you just created, make another one, and earn those 5 points again. And you could do this over and over and over as much as you wanted, pretty much getting infinite points.
Good morning.
Hello, RR.
So yes, I was banned for the bingo dupe 30 minutes after the bingo dupe happened.
Oh, so you did it in the first 30 minutes of the update?
No, they did not find out about the dupe until some people completed all the community goals for the first tier, and then everyone got 5 bingo points.
Wait, so yeah, how did it exactly work? Because I still don't know.
It worked by basically it should be 5 points per player, but how it worked was it was 5 points per profile. So I just made new profiles and then deleted old ones and then repeat, and yeah, I duped like 200 points.
Obviously, an exploit this obvious is going to be detected very quickly, and it did. But for some reason, RM and Boofy and the others didn't care and just kept doing it. And it's not like the rewards were worth it that much. The only valuable item I can think of in the bingo shop are these boots. And according to Boofy, he didn't even buy anything from the bingo shop. He just did it because, well, he's able to. And of course, the next day they got banned for 30 days for bingo duping. But well, at least they didn't get wiped. I just have no idea why they abused it. On an unrelated note, I found this Twitter account that prints out your profile picture on a cup of coffee, but they only do that if you have over 20,000 followers and you follow them. My Twitter has 8,000 and Tyler's has like 5. So please go follow our Twitters. The link will be in the description. I really want to see how my profile picture would look like on a coffee mug. You also get to see my tweets that document my mental health's slow descent to madness, so what's not to love? Now for the main topic of this video, we have Angish. Angish is a guy that loves to play dungeons, and in dungeons, there's reward chests at the end of each run which you can claim. Some of those rewards contain books that you can sell on the auction house. Angish had a few Soul Eater's book in his inventory from doing dungeons, and he decided he wants to sell them to make some coins. He went to the auction house in the hub, talked with the auction house salesman to open the auction house GUI, and his game lagged a bit. He pressed forward to walk, and he got banned. The reason why that happened is because when his game froze and the server he was in was a bit laggy, his auction house GUI was open at the same time he sent a velocity packet, which is a fancy way of saying that he walked forward. Whenever you have something open like a chest or any GUI, it is impossible for you to do any movement unless you are on a cheat client. And when Hypixel detects that you are both inside a GUI and sending velocity packets, it instantly beams you without hesitation. I talked with Simple Origin about this, which is a guy that's pretty knowledgeable about Hypixel's weird shenanigans and has a game annihilator. And he told me a way to recreate it, and he even told me that this happened to him before as well. Hello, Simple.
Hello.
So, I was told you were banned from the walking thing, the walking packet.
Yeah, so basically it closes the GUI, like client side, so you can't see it, but the server still thinks you're in the GUI. And changed my armor because I wanted to do a little blaze stacking. I walked and it banned me for invent walking, and I even recreated the ban in vanilla, and it worked, and got it even verified by someone that it was a vanilla ban, but was not unbanned.
Interesting. So you got a 30 days ban for it, right?
Yeah, 30 days.
Of course, I will not tell you the method of how to walk with a GUI open for the sake of your own security, but I will showcase it to you with a bit of editing. So basically, by going to my island, opening a chest, and then doing a few extra steps which I am not allowed to tell you about because it's a bit dangerous and cannot be patched, I can exit out of the chest client side, but on the server side, the chest is still open, as you can clearly see from the chest animation. The reason I'm able to walk forward right now with a chest open without being sent to the Shadow Realm is because I have YouTube rank, which bypasses some anti-cheat and watchdog. Having this in mind, we now essentially know that it isn't really anyone's fault here, and it's just a vanilla bug that no one can do anything about. But for the case of Angish, it was obviously his fault for walking forward and having a bad PC, and the lobby he was in being laggy. It was all your fault, Angish. I'm obviously joking. And it isn't really Hypixel's fault either, as they can't take many chances when it comes to cheaters. As I mentioned earlier in this video, false bans are impossible to avoid because staff and anti-cheat can never be flawless. It's just a very funny thought because on my last video, people commented, "What's going to get you banned next? Breathing?" And you could have commented the same thing but with walking instead, and I would have viewed it in the same sarcastic way. I talked with Angish about this, and he's been treating his 30-day ban as a holiday from Skyblock, and now he's playing another game that he's been enjoying. So, good for him. You can even go to his backpack slots and find the book he was going to auction seconds before his demise. F. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of quirky, funny, silly, goofy ban reasons. If you have any funny ban reasons yourself, join our server and make a ticket and tell us your ban reason there. We read all of them. Just make sure they are weird and funny and not just you being banned because you macroed, warped, or cheated in Skywars like a loser. And also, provide screenshots and logs or else we will just close it. Okay, see ya. Have a nice day. Oh my god guys, you will not believe this. So I was scrolling through the comments on our last video and look what I found. Ben, Talking Ben, predicted that you can get banned for walking. Well, I guess he really is a prophet.